longtime contributors who were editors, like Hank. I remember Hank, and like the fact that, you know, he helped start the TYT union and now has obviously
with nothing.
Okay, but I knew Hank was such a great guy, and Emma and Ben are such.
Look at this.
I'm just saying. I'm telling.
It is a shame that he didn't literally barf.
I remember Hank, and like the fact that.
Imagine making that face about a guy who you hired and you had him called part-time while he worked 40 hours. Chunks just burst out of him. Lowest paid editor in the company at $21.63 an hour. With zero health insurance, classified as independent contractor. No paid days off, no bonus, no health insurance. I asked for help. His answer, changed my status to part-time. Still working 40-hour weeks, still no health care. I appreciate that so much, though, that she actually brought it up, because this took a ton of courage for her to do that. Overwhelmed him and came out the nose. That would have been fun. That would. And this is going to be in the movie.
I think I'm asking for empathy. I'm just asking for empathy, Cenk. It's just being a little empathetic.
No, I don't think that's about empathy. Stop hiding behind vulnerable communities.
I'm hiding behind vulnerable communities.
Yes, you are. You're using
I'm
them as
standing in front of vulnerable communities, Cenk. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm in front of vulnerable communities. I'm the most endangered, Frank.
By tweet.
I'm in front of vulnerable communities. Well, when the union came forward, people making under $25 an hour for professional video editing in Los Angeles. Cenk lied about me and my friends by telling his audience that outsiders, precisely Nancy Pelosi, Christy Smith, and their IATSE minions, went out of their way to manipulate his workers into unionizing in order to harm his congressional campaign. Wild story. Incredibly unethical practice of using classification to deny someone benefits, which compelled us to wake up the union and follow through on it because we were fed up with it. We wanted better working conditions. It's kind of sad that the home of progressives had a union come forward, and everybody there except Francesca. I think John might have, but I couldn't find it. But Anna signal boosted the smear as TYT. Started putting out the information that it was outsiders who manipulated us into unionizing. If you run a company where you attract lefties, which is what his company does, just like Daily Wire, you know, I keep saying, if you don't want your workers unionizing, be the Daily Wire. But you run a company that attracts people who believe in unionizing, then you give them all kinds of reasons to unionize, and then you're surprised that they unionized. It also made it feel like I was being forced to carry a dark secret about TYT. And I just simply refuse to do that. That's kind of why you're hearing me talk right now about this. This notion that if someone said to me, how do you like working for TYT? I would have to lie in order to protect the company. And he has the fucking temerity to tell the camera to talk to Francesca like this and say that he stands in front of vulnerable communities when he has people that come to work for him to help make him money to bring their talent to his company. And he'll let them be fed to the fucking wood chipper of the society. And TYT is run by a former health insurance executive anyway. And they use employment practices that prevent people from having health insurance. Now, obviously, Cenk wouldn't have tackled me if I walked into an ER somewhere. He would act like he cares about vulnerable communities. His own workers asked for help, and his answer was to increase the bullying.
They were all massive Cenk fans. I think we all are a little bit.
He's mad she brought it back up.
People really liked you.
This part.
They really did. And they looked up to you.
I totally relate with what she's saying. I started working at TYT in 2013. I started paying them $10 a month. I don't remember when, but 2009 maybe. And I appreciate that Cenk gave me a shot. Played a role in building this audience.
To see you, honestly, act like very small when in fact you could be a lot bigger.
Watch it again, Cenk.
Very small. Very small. TYT union, and now has obviously
He helped with nothing. All right, let's see what I helped with. Let's look at the stuff I worked on. I remember cleaning the earwax off the fucking IFB's things, produced the Troubadour show. Anna did a really great job, actually. But after a 17-hour day getting that whole show done, I went and I uploaded the Hulu data to make sure I didn't miss that. The Bernie Sanders Medicare for All t-shirt, I turned it into this really nice commercial. The guy who made the Young Turks Medicare for All t-shirt did so while he was secretly unionizing because I didn't have health insurance. It's actually a nice shirt. I actually really quite like it. The Thanksgiving special. It was very funny, and the whole thing was good. And I actually think there was a lot of heart to that one. That's a really sad one to me now, looking back on that. Why would they fire their hottest 4 people? Seriously.
A better high means customers pay more.
So here's the performance review. This can be read yourself on balledontheinside.substack.com in the article titled 2 Versions, 1 Truth, Evidence for My Claims About the Young Turks. And scroll all the way. I got all the receipts here, man. I got everything you want to see that backs up everything I'm claiming. Ha 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 ha. He laughs at that to express his disdain and his scorn. Because if he had just been a fucking man and used words to express that disrespect, that would have drawn attention to the project. And he could, therefore, he fell back on a coward's way of using a loud laugh to express it. Why don't you just fucking say it, Cenk?
Say my name.
Do what?
Say my name.
And this is going to be in the movie. This is absolutely going to be in the film. This hat. This is the hat that I wore. It's all worn out. Actually, it's all crumbly. For some reason, the brim here. See how it's all broken in there? I wore the hell out of this hat. I had so much pride about this hat. It's the original stitching, too. It's the higher quality stitching than the one they switched to. I looked up to the guy. This is definitely one of the more ultimate, like, never meet your heroes type of situations. So, yeah, there it is.